हेलो एवरीबॉडी। सो आज हम लोग बेसिकली पढ़ेंगे लीनियर इक्वेशंस एंड टू वेरिएबल। दिस इज बेसिकली चैप्टर 4 ऑफ योर एनसीईआरटी बुक CPSC grade 9. So we'll be studying about linear equations and two variables today. So let us begin with some kind of introduction about the chapter, that what exactly is this chapter, what do you mean by, or what do we mean by linear equation, and what do we mean by when we say it's in one variable or two variable or three variables and all. So let's start then. Now linear equations in two variables. So first of all we have to understand that what a linear equation is. Linear equation is nothing but an equation of a line. So equation of a line is called a linear equation. Okay. So basically when we talk about two variables, so that means the equation has two variables. Those two variables can be x and y, or it can be a and b, or it can be whatever you want to say. And if the linear equation is in one variable, that means the equation is in one variable. That means it has only one variable. It can be either x or y or z or a or b or c, whatever you may want to take it. Okay. So let us take an example of linear equation in one variable first. So when we talk about linear equation in one variable, that means it will have only single variable. So let's take, like for example, 3x plus 7 is equals to 0. Now this is a simple example of linear equation in one variable. So now when we have to solve this linear equation, now what do we mean by solving? Now solving means we have to solve this linear equation for the value of x. So basically in simple words we have to identify what is the value of x in this particular given equation. So that is what we have to find out. So what do we have to do in this case? First of all, what we can do is, if you see this carefully in this equation, we have to first try and eliminate the value of 7 from this equation. So how can we do that? So for doing that, we will subtract 7 on the both sides of the equation. So what will happen by doing that? So as you can see, this is plus 7 minus 7, they both will get cancelled. Now 0 minus 7 you will get negative 7. So 3x is equals to negative 7. Now as I have told you before that we have to find out the value of x. So that means we have to eliminate this 3 also from here. So for that what we'll do, we will divide this by 3, both the sides, this equation. So this 3 will get eliminated. Now you will get x is equals to negative 7 over 3. So that is going to be the solution for this particular given linear equation in one variable. Okay. So that is what it is. Now this was a simple example of linear equation in one variable. I think you all have studied this in your previous classes, so that was just an example. So now I will tell you what is linear equation in two variable. So now first of all we have to understand the general form of a linear equation in two variables. So what exactly is that? Just understand. General form of linear equation in two variables. Now general form of a linear equation looks something like this, which is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Now in this, if you see a, b and c are constant. What do you mean by constant? Constant is a value which remains fixed throughout. That's called constant. And x and y are variables. So now x and y are variables here. So variables as in for those values for which we don't know their value yet. I mean those number for which we have to identify the values. So that is called variables. So it is a general form of a linear equation in two variables. Now let's take an example. Example, we have 2x plus 5y plus 7 is equals to 0. So now this is an example of linear equation in two variables. Now if you'll see here, now if I may ask you what is the value of a, b and c here, so you can easily identify the multiple of x is basically your a, which is 2 in this case. Now the multiple of y is going to be b, which is 5 in this case, and the constant value, which is c, is 7 out here. So these are a, b and c. So you may get these kind of questions in like half a mark, 1 mark question, where they will be asking you about the general form of the linear equation, or probably they will give you one equation, you have to convert that into general form of the linear equation, then you have to identify a, b and c out of that. So we will do one more example, couple of more examples, so let's see what exactly is that. Like for example, we have 2x minus 3y is equals to 5, and let's take one more example. 1x plus 3y is equals to minus 4. Okay, well these are two examples. Okay, so we have to find out a, b and c from these equations. So first of all, if you see this equation and if you try and compare this with this equation, you can see that although all these values are on the left hand side, on the right hand side we only have 0. So basically, if you see this equation, we have a value on the right hand side part. So what we have to do is we have to try and eliminate this value from the right hand side, and we have to bring it to the left hand side. So for that, what we can do is we can just subtract 5 both the sides, so that this 5 will get eliminated from the right hand side. So if you do this, the 5 and 5, positive and negative 5 will get cancelled. So in that case, you will get 2x minus 3y minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, now you can easily compare this with the general form. Now a is going to be 2, which is again the multiple of x. Now b is going to be negative 3, which is again the multiple of y, and c is going to be negative 5, right? So similarly we can do this one also, and this, if you compare this with the general form, you can see that you have a negative 4 on the right hand side, which should not be there. You have to bring it to the left hand side. So for that, what we can do is we can just add 4 to both the sides. So once you add 4 on the right hand side, what will happen? The negative 4 and positive 4 will get eliminated. So you will get 1x plus 3y plus 4 equals to 0. So now you can easily compare with the general form, and you can get the value of a, b and c. So a is going to be 1, b is going to be 3, and your c is going to be 4. So just a simple comparison. So this is how a linear equation in two variable looks like, and this is its general form, and this is how we compare from the given equation and find out the values of a, b and c. I think by now it should have been very clear to you guys that it's not that very difficult. Okay, now what we will do, we will just try and do one sum from the NCERT book so that it is more clear to you. I mean, which kind of example, which kind of question is given there. So let's do that. Okay, so from your NCERT book, I am taking for example from exercise 4.1, which is the 6th question. It says 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. Now basically you have to identify A, B and C in this. Now if you see this equation very carefully, you have this equation in one variable only. That means you have only one variable in this. You don't have two variables. So how do we convert a given one variable equation into two variables? That is very simple. So there is no y term. So we have to basically introduce a y term in here. So what we can do, since the y term is nothing, so what we can do is we can just add simply 0 multiplied by y plus 2. So by doing that, obviously the equation or the main equation will not get hampered. There will be no difference in this and this equation, since this term is anyways 0. But what we did, we just tried and converted into two variable equations so that we can get the values of A, B and C. So now if you can see very carefully, we can easily identify A is 3, B is going to be the multiple of y, which is 0, and C is going to be 2. So that's how you can easily find out the A, B and C from the given equation. Let's do one more. Now we have a question 5 is equals to, okay. Let's do the second part of question number 2, which is x minus y over 5 minus 10, which is x minus y over 5 minus 10 is equals to 0. Okay, so this is what they have given to us now. Okay, now if you see this, all the values are on the left hand side only. So if you compare this with the general form, it looks very easy. Now A is going to be obviously the multiple of x. Now if you see here carefully, nothing is multiplied to x. So that means if nothing is multiplied, that means 1 is multiplied. So it is going to be 1 in that case. Now if you see B, B is basically nothing but the multiple of y term. So if you see this carefully, what is multiplied to y? I mean negative 1 over 5 is multiplied to y. Now I'll try to understand you, I'll try to make you understand in a more better way. So if you see this very carefully, it is, the term is negative y over 5, right? So it can be also written as negative 1 over 5 times y, right? So both are same thing. So if you see the multiple of y, which is negative 1 over 5. So obviously B is going to be negative 1 over 5 and C is going to be negative 10, since it is negative 10. So it is very simple. So that's how you find out A, B and C, right? So this was the first question, this is the next one, right? So this is very simple actually. So we can easily identify A, B and C from a given linear equation. Okay, now how do we solve a given linear equation? Now finding the solution of given linear equation. Now as I told you, finding the solution means finding the values of the variables. So once you find the values of the variable, that means you have found out the solution of that given linear equation. So let us take an example. For example, what we have is from exercise 4.2, question number 1, which is solution of a linear equation in two variables. Okay, now how do we solve it? Now let's take an example, which is 2x plus 5 is equals to 7. So the example given to us is 2x plus y is equals to 7. Okay. Okay, so now if you see this equation very carefully, you have two variables, x and y. So basically you have to find out values of x and y. Now, I mean it's a very simple thing, since you have two variables. So the value of x will depend on the value of y, and similarly value of y will depend on the value of x, correct? So if you take any value of x, so for that you can get a different value of y, or if you take any value of y, you can get a different value of x. So what do I want to say here is that there will not be a fixed solution for this, there will be multiple solution of this linear equation. So basically we have to find the multiple values of x and y. Okay, so multiple values can be anything, like it will be given to you, they will be asking you that you have to find 3 values of 4 or 5 or 10 or whatever. So generally what we'll do, we'll try and find out 4 solutions for this given linear equation. So this is very simple stuff. So basically what you have to do is choose any variable x or y and try posting random values of that. Okay, random values of that. For example, let's take this. For example, let x is equals to 1. So if you substitute x is equals to 1 in this equation, so what do we get? We will get 2 times x. So in place of x, I will write 1 plus y is equals to 7. Correct? Now 2 times 1 is 2 plus y is equals to 7. Now if you can see here, you have to find out the value of y. So for that, what you will be doing? You have to eliminate this 2. So for that, what we can do is we can just subtract 2 from both sides of equation. Okay. Now why we are subtracting or adding? Basically, the simple thing is that we have to eliminate this term, and since we are doing the same operation on the both sides, so that means that will not hamper the main equation. So that's the reason why we are doing the operation on the both sides. Even we are dividing, so we are dividing on the both sides. Even if we are adding, we are adding on the both sides. If we are subtracting, we are subtracting on the both sides. So that will not hamper the main equation. So that's the reason why we are doing this. So now if you see here, this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So we will get y is equals to 7 minus 2, which is 5. So the solution for this thing is going to be x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 5. So this is one solution. As I told you, there will be many solutions. That depends on the what values you are keeping, you are putting. Let's put one more value. Let's put let x is equals to negative 1 now. Okay. So we will substitute negative 1 in place of x. So 2 times negative 1 plus y is equals to 7. Now if you see here, 2 times negative 1 is going to be obviously negative 2 plus y is equals to 7. Now what we have to do here is we have to try and eliminate this negative 2 so that we can get the value of y. So for that, here what we will do, we will add 2 on both the sides. So once you will add 2, what you will see that negative and positive 2 will get cancelled. So you will get y equals to 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. So the solution of this can also be x is equals to negative 1 and y is equals to 9. Similarly, what we can do, we can substitute some other random values also. So we will assume that x is equals to minus 2, right? So x is equals to minus 2, we will substitute negative 2 out here plus y is equals to 7. Now 2 times negative 2 is going to be negative 4 plus y equals to 7. Okay. Now we have to get rid of this negative 4. So obviously what we will do, we will add 4 on both the sides. So once we add it, so this is will get cancelled. 7 plus 4 will get 11. So the solution, one more solution for this is going to be y is equals to 11 and x is equals to negative 2. So let us do one more. As I told you, we will be finding out 4 solutions for it. So now let x is equals to 0, right? So what we will do, we will substitute it here. So 2 times 0 plus y equals to 7. 2 times 0 is going to be 0 plus y equals to 7. So y is equals to 7. So this will be one more solution of the equation. So we have found out 4 solutions for this. So first solution we found out x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 5. The second one we found out x is equals to negative 1, there y is equals to 9. The third solution we found out x is equals to negative 2, y is equals to 11. And the fourth one we found out x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 7. So this is how we found out the 4 solutions for this given equation. So you can find n number of solutions, as I told you. I mean, it depends how many solutions they are asking. So the basic idea is that for a given linear equation you can have multiple or n number of solutions. So there will not be any range to it. So if they will ask you in exam how many solutions will a linear equation have, you can say it can have infinite many solutions, right? So that's all for today then. In this lecture. So this is what I told you is the basic of linear equation. So in the next lecture I will try to explain more about the word problems and graphs of the linear equation, that how do we form the graph. It's very easy. So in the next class I will explain you that. Till then, thank you, and keep liking this channel, keep liking this video. If you like it, just like it, share it, and share it with your friends also who require help in mathematics. Thank you.